I think that's just about everybody. You don't have to listen to the rest of that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the February 2023 Ninja Direct. I believe this is the fourth one of these that we've done. Thank you all for coming. I expect this to be no longer than 26 minutes because Sharp Tank starts at 8. Link is in the server. If you don't have the link, you could also just subscribe to the Proto SASUKE YouTube channel where I've been uploading those lately. Largely because I don't feel like Twitch is a good platform. I just don't like it. So, yeah. Gonna migrate all my shit over to YouTube. Probably shouldn't have sworn. Too late. So, this is a presentation in 5 parts. Part number 1. New content in Ninja Machine soon. I mean, that's ultimately true of all of the content in today's presentation, but the main thing that I want to unveil to you all today is here in part 1, and it is about something major that is coming to Ninja Machine. It is pretty highly requested, and I think you guys are going to like it. So without further ado, please watch this presentation.
We have a front row seat to a global phenomenon.
108 competitors from 6 different countries take on this monstrosity of an obstacle course.
We call it the Beast.
This is Ultimate Beastmaster.
In the Sydney Olympics, I won a gold and silver medal, broken 13 world records.
He is a 5-time Brazilian climbing champion.
A world-class professional ice climber.
The most successful SASUKE competitor of all time. Only one will go home with the title, Beastmaster. This man is going to make it. He's going to make it. 1, finish level 2. He's going for
I forgot that my stream was ahead of the video. Yes, as you all are very excited about, Ninja Machine is getting Ultimate Beastmaster. It was the #1 most requested piece of content in the end of year survey, and it was next on my list to do anyway. I am very pleased to say that progress is coming along great with it. I've already coded thruster logic, so that was a big coding hurdle. The rest should fall in line from there. And I think you are going to like being able to make your own Beastmaster courses with all the new Beastmaster obstacles coming. Play all 3 seasons in their original format. So each of the 3 seasons had equally confusing formats, but one of the big things that I've actually already coded was in at least Season 3, maybe also Season 2, I don't totally remember. But each segment of an obstacle counted as 5 points. Back in Season 1, it was 10 points for the whole obstacle. That logic is coded, so the main hurdle for me is going to be coding the obstacles themselves. By the way, because Emily asked, this is live. I can... Well, yes, obviously, all of the obstacles are going to be coming to Course Creator. So, of course, you are free to use those in your SASUKE courses as you please. I think that's probably the biggest hook out of all of this. Or it could be this, because you guys keep requesting it. Oh, no. That's the next slide. I'll have more on Course Creator later on, but you will be able to put thrusters on obstacles and stuff. That will give your competitors extra points. And, of course, point multipliers, since each obstacle was either worth 5 or 10, counting each part of an obstacle as a point, stuff like that. All of that will eventually be coming to Course Creator. Like I said, the logic to that is largely done. So that it's ultimately just updating Course Creator to get that in. That hopefully, like I said, more to come with Course Creator. This is more to come with the Beastmaster section, because the one person I told, I told Topaz Neo or Shadow, whatever his username is, and he asked how many Beastmaster competitors were coming. So there are a few Beastmaster competitors already in the game. I don't know. I guess we could add 1 or 2, or we could add all of them. Every competitor from all 3 seasons of Beastmaster, countries like Mexico, Italy, Brazil that don't have a lot of competitors already in the game are going to be stacked full of competitors. I know somebody had asked about bring down competitors by country. I'm going to try to work on that. Moreover, now you'll have a lot more to choose from. So loads more competitors coming in. We're almost at 2,000 competitors, believe it or not, if you count the secrets. And we'll have more about secret competitors later in the show, but you will be able to fully recreate every episode of Ultimate Beastmaster in Ninja Machine with their original obstacles and competitors and scoring systems. I would expect this to be done sometime this spring. Obviously, a lot of coding still left to do, but a number of hurdles have already been cleared. I don't want to say March for sure, maybe April, maybe May, but I would realistically expect it this spring. And now a brief word from the Sharp Tank Planning Committee, because we have a new tournament coming tonight, and there's going to be a little bit of Beastmaster inspiration. I told you the thruster logic was already done, because the twist for the Sharp Tank 48 is cash thruster. Some obstacles have cash thrusters. If the athlete is able to activate the thruster while attempting the obstacle, they will receive a cash bonus. So in Ultimate Beastmaster, if you hit the thruster, you got extra points. Now you get extra cash, because extra points would screw stuff up, and because it's clear and move on largely, it wouldn't have made much sense. For the Sharp Tank 48, there will be 5 obstacles with cash thrusters across 3 stages. None in the temple, none in Mastodon. It's the stages in between. Obviously, no turtle. It's the 3 stages in between. Those cash thrusters will range from $2,500 to $10,000. Obviously, where those are fully explained in the broadcast. And of course, if a competitor falls victim to the curse of casual, their cash earnings will be halved. That's just a clarification, but obviously a little bit of extra cash won't hurt, and boy did my wallet get banged up this tournament. I think you guys will enjoy it. Part 2. So, there have been a couple of limited time events. There have been 2 bowl seasons. There was also the World Cup. And it seemed like the major hurdle was difficulty and incentive. I think I solved both of them. There is going to be a new Ninja Machine limited time event when the game updates later this week or next week. It's already coded, but I just want to double check to make sure everything works. So maybe like end of this week. But the next Ninja Machine limited time event where you can earn relics and more is well, you see, I was supposed to have this direct a couple of weeks ago, so it's already passed, but it is the Daytona 500, celebrating the start of the 2023 NASCAR Cup season. Daytona 500 relics. 16 relics in this pack. Usually there's only been 8 or 12 before. The most relics ever. If you're still trying to get all of the temples unlocked, this is a great way to do so. 16 relics, and to counteract the difficulty, all of the methods for unlocking the Daytona 500 relics will be available right out of the gate, so you'll be able to see exactly how to get them. Some of them should fall pretty quickly, gives you a little bit of incentive to play some other things in the game also. I really want you guys to collect these because there are some great incentives, including the fact that for the first time we have bonus competitors. So if you unlock Joey Logano's relic, you will be able to play with Joey Logano in Ninja Machine. So that means 16 extra competitors for you guys to play with from the NASCAR universe. But that is not all. Well, yes, there are some extra rewards as you progress through the relics also. Which leads us to part 3. But wait, there's more! Rest in peace, Billy Mays. 14 years. Hard to believe. Yeah, there's more announcements, believe it or not. A brand new element that has been in the works basically since Ninja Machine began, and I finally feel like it's time to cash in on it. You know, there are enough courses in the game. Let's add remix courses! Yes, remix courses are coming to Ninja Machine. This was produced by one of those AI bots. I forget what the prompt was, but some interesting determinations of what a American Ninja Warrior course is. But what is a remix course, you ask? It is a course that is styled similarly to an existing course, but with harder or brand new obstacles, which you can earn by performing certain tasks. In this case, it's unlocking various relics, but there will be other things that you can do to unlock remix courses down the line. They're going to be phased in throughout 2023. I have a good number of them ready, but, you know, I don't want to send them all in at once. The idea here, you know, your A&W's, SASUKE's, international courses, Beastmaster will be completely free out of the gate, no need to unlock it. Obviously, Temple is unlocked by relics, but this is something extra as a reward to you, the user, for playing the game, and that way, you know, all of the basic stuff is unlocked, so if you don't care about remix courses, you know, you'll only hurt my feelings a little bit. But you can get your first remix courses by playing Daytona 500 relics. As you might imagine, A&W 8 Daytona, or A&W 9 Daytona, 8 or 9, I forget, is one of the ones that can be unlocked. And you can see exactly what you'll get for earning Daytona 500 relics. So for every 2 relics, you'll get something extra. For the first 4, those are remix courses, 4 of them available, and you only have to earn half the relics to get them. At 10, 12, and 14 relics, there are some bonus competitors beyond just the NASCAR ones. I tried to pick some people who you would want to unlock, so I hope that that's a fun discovery for you all. At 16 relics, all 16, you will not only unlock the Harvey J. Earl Trophy of the Daytona 500 as an extra relic, but you will get a classic bonus competitor, Jeff Gordon 98, one of the greatest NASCAR seasons of all time, a record-setting number of wins, and now you'll be able to turn back the clock with Jeff Gordon 98 in Ninja Machine. Part 4, I said that there would be more on Course Creator. And look, I know that Course Creator is not great. I coded it in Windows Forms, which is not designed to handle something of that magnitude. And then every time I add something new, it's really difficult to reintegrate a new feature. Ultimately, it ends up with me rewriting a lot of the code, and then I miss something and the course doesn't transfer over very well. So I have made the decision to abandon Course Creator V1 and begin development on, oh god, where are we going? There we go. On Course Creator V2, and you can see Jacob Sackelben is very happy at the thought of that. Course Creator V2 will have more features, more customization, and actually work. I made a mock-up of the UI here that I worked with Philip on. My idea, and I think you can see my mouse, I would like each stage to be its own tab, so that way it's a lot easier to go back and forth between stages, and then we're not like wiping everything when you go to another stage, and then there's glitches when you switch back and forth between stages. Ideally, I'd like there to be a search bar. I think that'd make it a lot easier to find certain obstacles. And then here, a lot less cluttering. If on Backstream you can just open up a dialog and it'll show you the different versions. And then obviously these extra functions here to the side. I think this looks a lot cleaner than what I currently have. And this really isn't possible in Windows Forms. I'm working with a UI package. I might move it over to Unity. And if that goes well, maybe Ninja Machine V3 soon, but probably not because that would take way too long. I don't know, maybe middle of next year. It's just something that I'm thinking about. But Course Creator being actually good is priority number 1. Some features to expect: more intuitive UI, as you just saw. Better implementation of crossroads. I know that crossroads are largely glitched. and a lot of you have been having problems creating crossroads in Ninja Machine. But hopefully we can make crossroads much better in the new course creator, since I'll have a lot more autonomy of what can go into the forms. Advanced settings for courses and stages, stuff like setting the number of bonus rounds or sub time limits for like halfway through a stage. I'm pretty sure we don't even have men's and women's time limits right now, which is kind of disgraceful. But things like Beastmaster, where each segment is worth a point, or if you want each obstacle to be worth 10 points, stuff like that. Ultimate Beastmaster functionality, like I said, you'll be able to add thrusters to obstacles. I don't know if you'll be able to add thrusters to all obstacles or only some obstacles. I have not decided that yet, but to be determined. And of course, custom temples. Ideally, I would like it so that you can make your own design of the temple, so it's not just the 12-room temple that we've been using in the Sharp Tank, but that would require a lot more coding back in the game. I think it's something that we could do eventually, but in the meantime, there's no reason we shouldn't have custom temples yet, and that will be coming in Course Creator V2. At this point, it's just not worth adding to Course Creator V1. Part 5, just some last-minute thoughts. I literally just made this part today, as I mentioned. I was taking a walk. I'm like, what? I want to add some other stuff. Mac support. I know that a couple people mentioned having difficulty playing the game on Mac. It occurred to me that my gym has a Mac and Philip has a Mac, so between one of those two, I think all you have to do is just have a Mac and run and build it in Visual Studio Code. So no promises, but I am working on it. C# is designed for use in Windows, which is why it's so hard to switch back and forth. It was a lot easier in Java, and especially a lot easier when I owned a Mac, which I do not anymore. And I really don't feel like, paying $1,000 plus for a Mac to be able to have a couple extra people play my free game. Also, Proto SASUKE 10th anniversary coming up in March. It was supposed to be this weekend, but I moved it back by 2 weeks to give everybody a little bit of extra time. I'm thinking about some exclusive items, but I don't have any concrete ideas yet. Maybe like some bonus competitors. I assume that there will be some relics you can unlock. I don't think it'll be a full limited time event like the Daytona 500 is. By the way, that event runs through March 31st, so you will have plenty of time. And if people are struggling to get all this stuff in time, I have no problem with bumping it back some extra time. More announcements regarding the anniversary coming next week, including what the new Ninja Machine official series will be. As you might imagine, I need to announce some stuff first. But the current plan is for the 4 nights to be the Sharp Tank 50, our 50th tourniversary, as I call it. I do have something really special planned for the Sharp Tank 50. Something really, really special, actually. Something we've never done before on the Sharp Tank. A couple of things we've never done before on the Sharp Tank, actually. I think it'll be a really fun tournament, and just a natural progression of where we've come from Proto SASUKE to now the, ridiculous. SASUKE Nitro 17, hosted by Kyle. Kyle has some, a neat little twist we might go with, on SASUKE Nitro. Muso 9, obviously a renewal. The course is being built as we speak, although Philip's only halfway through stage 1, so I'm going to prod him again tonight. And I give you guys permission to prod Philip to work on it harder. And of course, the new series hosted by TBA. It will not be myself, Kyle, or Philip. It will be a brand new host to the Ninja Machine lore, although he has hosted some unofficial series in the past. This will be his first official series. And him and I have been working on it. Still a long way to go, but I think you guys are going to like what we come up with. Oh, and speaking of Ninja Machine official series, I kind of want to expand it. I have a couple other ideas. Yeah, I have some ideas. You guys didn't really seem too excited about Ultimate Kunoichi coming back. I think that's kind of dead. I was actually just running it today to see if... because I made an Ultimate Kunoichi 3 course, but I was running the competitor lineup I made in the course, and it was just way too hard. I'm like, I don't really feel like doing this. I really, really do not want to run a third Ultimate Kunoichi and not have a finalist. So, like, I think it's kind of dead. I think you guys will be really happy with the 3 official series coming back, or I guess the 2 coming back and the 1 new one. But I kind of want to have some new ones. But I really want it to be a more user-driven experience. Proto SASUKE, was just something that I ran on my hard drive and then forced you guys to watch. But I feel like Ninja Machine now belongs to you, and that's why I really don't want to bring Proto SASUKE back, per se. But I think that I think having a more user-driven approach, maybe even having some of you hosting your own Ninja Machine official series. I think I kind of teased an idea I had in the end of year survey, and I'll be following up with some of you on that if I decide to go through with it. I'll let you know during the 10th anniversary event. I'm sure I'll have more announcements during that event. And I also really want to get working on that fandom. I know some of you have volunteered to help out. Yeah, so we can get working on that. And I briefly wanted to go... I'm going to, since this took long, I'm going to push back the Sharp Tank to 8:15 just so I have some more time to talk about this, because I really do want to take some time to talk through these. So let me just bump that back real quick. There we go, it's now at 8:10. Having trouble saving your video. What? Oh, because I'm streaming on another. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I just want to make sure that I'm not competing with myself. My videos. Schedule. Can't reschedule the premiere. What? Okay, apparently I'm going to have to give it a new link, so everybody hold tight on that. I apparently bungled that, so everybody hold tight. The Sharp Tank will be on in a little bit later tonight. Don't worry. But yeah, I really want to make sure I talk about this actually a little bit more. I will eventually be reaching out to some of you regarding maybe possibly doing a Ninja Machine official series. But like I said, I really feel like Ninja Machine belongs to you guys, and I want to make sure that you have that experience, because like I run the Sharp Tank, so I don't really need another Ninja Machine official series. I don't really count the Sharp Tank as a Ninja Machine official series, but maybe we'd have to add it to the wiki. I don't know. To be determined on that. But I want to go through the top feature requests from the end of the year survey. There were 16 respondents. Actually 17. There was one that was completely blank. I don't know why. The first one was weather. I feel like I got a negative reception the first time we talked about it, but this was actually tied for first when we did the survey. And I was kind of surprised, actually. I really didn't think it would finish that highly, but it is something that I've wanted to integrate for a while. And it also rolls into some other things I want to work on like not being able to do spider walks after doing a backstream, for instance, determining how wet the competitor is. So when it rains, some obstacles will be harder, just like if you've gotten out of the backstream, obstacles will be harder. And then that way, you know, I want Ninja Machine to be a little bit more realistic, and I think I think being able to have that extra level of realism in building courses will be a big benefit. Let me just write a description for this real quick. Okay, scheduled date, February 21st, 8:30 p.m. set as premiere schedule. Hopefully it doesn't take 2 hours to render like it did last time. Custom obstacles. I think this is something that's very realistic and ultimately can be something that's done in Course Creator, just having an obstacle creation tool within that. So, for instance, the create an obstacle in the Sharp Tank was just like, I have what I internally call elements. So, like, if I want to build a dipper into, I don't know, a flywheel, it's really easy for me to do that. And there's no reason that you guys can't do that. It also makes it so that I don't have to put in 100, like, random thrown together obstacles. I can just make you guys do it. Like the gumdrops to X from Season 3 of the Sharp Tank. There's like 8 of them, and I think there were more of them later on that I never put in Ninja Machine. That's something that just doesn't need to be clogging up space in the obstacles list. And now you can add your own. You can have, you know, double tilt ladder to deadbolts or some shit, whatever you want. It is physically impossible to have, like, fully customized obstacles, largely because I think how individual obstacles are coded would go over a lot of people's heads. It's really easy for me to do it because I understand how everything is coded. But, you know, being able to piece together parts of obstacles to make your own obstacles is definitely something that's realistic, and I think you can expect that in the next, whenever a Course Creator V2 comes out. Save recovery is something that, if you recall, I said in the, like, first version of the Ninja Machine Direct a year and a half ago would be coming out soon. I was a little bit surprised that this finished so high, and also what was the phrasing of that question? Like, I want to share saved tournaments with my friends finished really high. I kind of threw that on last minute. I'm like, nobody will answer this, and a lot of you did. So that definitely makes me realize that's something that I need to prioritize. It's something that I can do. It's definitely something that I can do. And I think you can hope for that coming up in the next, in a soon update of Ninja Machine. It's just something I need to prioritize after putting off for so long. More random course options, you know, not too difficult there. I just need to go through the obstacles that are available in random course, and get those moved around so that we can have, like, different groups, like all SASUKE obstacles, all ANW obstacles, or just go, like, full hog. Everything in the game has a slot. I definitely think that that's something that I can do fairly easily. It's just moderately time consuming. You know, if I sat and decided on a Saturday to get it done, I could get it done. So that's something that I think you guys can see fairly soon. Backstream into Slack Ladder. Yep. Backstream into Titanic Twisters. No, that was in Sim. Oh, yeah, weather was in Sim Sasuke. That's right. I'm just catching up on chat. If you guys have any questions, now would be a great time to ask it, by the way. Like I said, I did move the Sharp Tank back to 8:30. There is a new link. I will post a new link. Nobody panic. Somebody's panicking, aren't they? Oh, never mind. It's Shattuck. Shattuck. That's his name. Talking about something else. Series mode. I know you guys like having your own series in Ninja Machine, and I think that having some kind of stat keeping is something that could be realistically added to the game. To be determined on that. I think that that's something that I could add, with a weekend's worth of work, and I think that'll be a lot easier with Course Creator being implemented, or implementing custom series and the like. Team formats finished pretty highly, and this is something I really wanted out of V2. And you can see I'm getting closer to getting there, like with the relay race. That was a huge hang-up for me in V1. Really just any kind of head-to-head race, but the way head-to-head races, or really just the way beating obstacles is coded now in general, is a lot more conducive to stuff like head-to-head races. And now that I have coded the relay format, which I'm fairly certain you can have more than 2 groups in. I haven't really tested it yet, though, so I'm going to have to double-check. Or no. No, it can only handle 2 teams at a time right now, but I think eventually I could be able to make it deal with multiple teams. And, having something like your own USA versus the world is something that's important to me, and I think you'll be able to see that fingers crossed in the first half of this year, if not by the end of the year. In-game text commentary is just something that's just a really long hang-up because it requires me to write a lot of code or a lot of sample commentary, and it is just something that would be really difficult for me. Because it didn't finish as highly as these other things, those are all higher priority. I would say maybe not this order of priority, because I probably will pick off some quicker things like more random course options first, and then do things that are more complicated, like custom obstacles isn't really a game thing, it's a course creator thing. Harder things like series mode and team formats, although they finished lower in the standings anyway, later on. So I don't want to make any promises about in-game text commentary. Maybe that's something that I can outsource or delegate to somebody or to a group of people to try to write some commentary lines. But ultimately, I just don't know. I don't know if that's viable. Oh, career mode. Career mode was something that I really, really wanted. The 2 things that I wanted, actually the 3 things that I wanted most: series mode, which finished very highly, career mode, which finished kind of highly, and the collectible card game, like a Madden Ultimate Team, that I've recently found myself re-obsessed with. But that finished like real low, it was like 5 out of 16, if it's not going to have a very big player base. We'll see in V3 for that, but ultimately not really something that I feel the need to really grind out in code right now, if it finished so poorly. Career mode, I have some ideas. I think it'll be more like WNL based. I think doing an A&W career, like you would be able to do like 20 seasons in one sitting and it'd be really boring. So I think something like a WNL where you can, train with other ninjas, compete in competitions, work your way up from like tier 2 to tier 1, maybe to something else. I don't know. Maybe we have something up our sleeve. I think that'd be a really cool concept. Potentially could integrate A&W and maybe even Sasuke into that. I think it's something that I could do. And obviously, like, you'd be able to boost certain aspects. And I think maybe even, like, being able to, like, determine how much stamina you want to burn. Like, if you want to just keep pushing, or, like, really aim for a clear. Like, I think it would be nice to have some kind of control over what your character does when your character is running. So I think that, will take a lot of writing. Yeah, I was pretty surprised that career was pretty low. But I think it's definitely something that is very doable. Let me go through some questions here. Does the suspension still apply in Cursive Casual when you do worse than Tomo in 48 and above? Yes. So if Tomo consens tonight, everyone who is in this tournament besides you guys gets banned for 49. I think that's everything on this presentation. But I do want to briefly reward you guys for making it this far into the broadcast. I have some exclusive relics for you. So if you downloaded the newest version of the relics, I think the Daytona 500 relics are in there, but you can't unlock them yet because it takes special coding to get exclusive relics. So look for that later this week. But these you can get right now by entering these two passwords that you have on your screen. And I'll tell you right now what they are. Update package, no. Edem Feb gives you the Shy Guy ice skates of Sherbertland, and direct bonus gets you the pink egg of Birdo. Shout out to Birdo coming to Mario Kart 8 very soon. Very excited about that new Yoshi's Island track. I just minimized, didn't mean to do that, sorry. That's all I have. I have 15 minutes before the Shark Tank begins. So I can, let's see. When if career mode exists, it will be better than A&W Challenge, which unfortunately made Ninja Machine. Yeah, I think it's a little too late to start an April Fool's event. I'd kind of like to do something wonky for April Fool's, but I'm not sure how much time I have for it. Ultimately, like, the April Fool's version I made in, I think, 2020 is, like, so legendary. Or was it even 2019? I don't remember. But, like, I don't think I'll ever top it. Useless. Yeah. For lack of nicer words. Yeah, it will be much more intuitive than that. It was possible to clear, but even if you cleared, you wouldn't have a fast enough time to move into the top 10. So it was literally impossible to make it out of qualifiers. I think you guys ended up finding like half of the stuff that I hid in that game. My favorite thing that screwed up was Kenji Darvish was supposed to be the last person in every random lineup, but the way I called specific competitors in V1 was really poorly coded. So it ended up being Sean Darling Hammond every time. So I thought that was kind of funny. I haven't heard from him in like an eternity. Hope he's doing well. You want to talk like upstanding guys in our community. Sean Darling Hammond is right near the top of that list. I ran out of time on the very last obstacle. I mean, that's realistic. My speed isn't that great, but I am kind of a comp beast, as you all know. I was first place in the 2013 SMF tournament. So, maybe unrealistic that I didn't beat the stage, but I have been a little sick lately, so I'll get back in the gym and rebuild for the next one. So I think that'll be it. I'm kind of tired of talking. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget you have these relics to unlock. See you over at the Sharp Tank in about 15 minutes. That is pre-recorded. I recorded that last night, but I knew I wanted to do this today, and my editor was being wonky, so I just uploaded the raw recording. I guess you'll deal without the Toyota Corolla commercials. Torisawa did better than me on an ANW4 regional. You know, also realistic, he can lift a lot more weight than I am, and as we all know, weightlifting is the most important part of Ninja. Everybody would be so much better at Wingnut Alley if they just deadlifted. Shout out to the fact that for like the entirety of V1, I wanted to put CrossFit in, and I did CrossFit for April Fools 2 years ago, and you guys like lost your damn minds. Like, I expected like a groan. I did not expect the angry reaction I got, but neither here nor there. I will catch you guys over at the Sharp Tank, and thank you guys so much for watching. New Ninja Machine update coming later this week. Beastmaster coming this spring. Lots new in 2023 for Ninja Machine. I hope you're as excited as I am. Fare thee well.